Hey everybody, how you guys doing? Welcome to October. Today is October the 17th, 2023. And couldn't sleep. Had a big dream revelation from the Lord, to keep it real. So we're going to talk about that in a little bit. And yeah, it was very, very intense. But couldn't sleep. So I've been up since about I got about 2 o'clock or something like that, and it's 4:57 right now, so almost 5 o'clock. And hey, how you guys doing? Once again, I'm your boy Tony from Cali, keeping it real on what's happening in the world. This is just, we'll call this bro episode, bro life episode 32, I think. Yeah, this is bro life episode 32. I've been doing a lot of videos lately. In the last couple of days, I've been doing videos like almost back to back because a lot of things have been happening. You know, a lot of things happening in the world right now. So many stories. We might combine a little of the, what do you call this, WBN, which is World Broadcast News. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm broadcasting to the world, all around the world, World Broadcast News, and just kicking back. So as you can see, I'm going to go and show you guys the setup because a lot of people want to know they want to know the setup. So this is the setup right now. If you see what we look like, okay. I got a wide angle shot right now, and this is just coming from old Canon camcorder. I think it was the Canon Vixia HF 800. You know, one of those old little small camcorders that you carry. So that's coming from that angle, and we're approximately 10 feet away. And that's just giving you that view. You can see the television setup right up here. This is a Vizio. It's a 58-inch Vizio. And that output is coming from the Bromac. That's why I wanted to show you guys this. This is the Bromac. The Bromac was the iMac that was created in, this one came out. The original one was 1998, which I have a 1998 version. I have 2 of them. But this is a 2000 version where the plastic was a little bit more transparent, so you can see through it a lot better. And I put lights in it, of course, and it's actually a PC. It's a PC now. It's an HP computer inside of this. That's one of those little mini HP computers built inside. I changed the screen out. It doesn't have the CRT, which stands for cathode ray tube. It doesn't have that CRT screen anymore. It has a flat screen inside of it. And it's a 15-inch Dell flat screen. For you guys that want to know that might want to build something like this later on for a project. This was just a project. I got this computer for my birthday. This was my birthday computer, and I got it at a thrift store. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna modify it and change it and make it to where it's useful. So it's actually, I can't show you the screen right now. I don't have another camera. I was gonna put another camera over here and show you the screen, but it's recording right now. Maybe I can do a screen capture on here. Well, I'm not going to do that, but I could do a screen capture. But it's recording right now with OBS software, and my voice is a little hot there. Am I talking too loud? Let's see, check 1 2 3. Yeah, it's a little. Well, I'll just leave it like it is. But it's recording right now with the OBS software. That's free. It's available. It's free. I'm just letting you guys know. And you don't really need anything major to have a setup like this. Now we're gonna go back to camera 1. I got a switcher over here. This little switcher is a Field World Live. It's called a Field World Live Pro L1 switcher. I got this a long time ago, and it's for multiple cameras. You can have 4 cameras. So I'm gonna switch back to camera 1. This is camera 1 right now. So now we're recording on. This is my project camera that I created the other day. This is the. I love saying this. 1988. Okay, this is the 1988 Sony DXC M3. Now I know that's a lot coming out of my mouth here, so we're just gonna say the 1988 M3, the 1988 M3. Okay, this is 1988 M3 camera, and yeah, I love this camera. But you guys are wondering why is it so clear? Why is it so compared to 1988? I'm not getting the 1988 resolution out of this camera. Okay, so this camera is we're using the GoPro 6. Okay, I'll go back to that GoPro 6. I love that GoPro 6. I got that when I turned 58. It was donated to me. So the GoPro 6 is the actual camera that's built into this camera. And that's why I'm getting a better picture than the regular optics. Okay, so this is the GoPro 6 built into and that also allows me to get 4K if I want to record in 4K. We're not recording in 4K. Okay, I'm keeping it real like that. We're not recording in 4K because I'm not trying to use up all my memory and all that stuff. It's not worth it. But if I decided to record an event in 4K, I could record it in 4K because the GoPro 6 has the capability of recording in 4K. Yeah, keeping it real. And you don't need anything more than that. You can use your phone if you wanted to, like I said, to get basically around the same resolution that I'm getting right now. I think I'm in linear mode. I should be in linear mode, yeah. So that's part of the technical stuff here. We're going to go back to camera 2 here. Go back to camera 2. So once again, you can see the camera back there a little bit. It's a little dark. I don't have a lot of light on the camera. But this is the whole rig. And then you see the light here. This light is actually, what do they call it? I think it's Ulanzi. It's a light ring that I bought a long time ago. I love it. So I built it around the matte box. There's a matte box in front of here too. So there's a matte box, and then there's the, you got the 15 millimeter rails and everything, and then I got a small rig adapter and a couple of other small rig adapters and then whatever. I've got on the back, that red thing on the back, that's actually a Bluetooth speaker, for monitoring audio. It's got a set of headphones in the back. It's got another light on top. I got to replace that. I'm replacing the above in that. That's going to be LED as well. And then of course you see the Bromac. So this is the heart of the system. This is the studio. We call this the Bromac Studio 2023 Bromac Studio because I built it in 2023. And once again, it's a full studio because once I'm recording right now in OBS. Once again, we're recording for 7 minutes. I like the OBS because it kind of shows you the audio. The audio is cool. I can kick back on the couch right here a little bit more, and you can see me. You can see that the audio is the same, and I'm using the Rode microphone, which is the Rode to Go. This is the first version. It's not the latest version, and it works good. So basically, this is how I do my videos. A lot of people want to know how to do my videos, and we go back to camera 1 now. So I go back to camera 1, and how's it look? So this is what we're doing. So we're making a video this morning, October the 17th. I got a lot of stuff to do today, a lot of cleaning up. I've been reminiscing and kind of going back in history. And once again, I told you guys about the 1988. Yeah, I was kind of excited about that. I pulled that out of my storage the other day. That's the 1988 M3, okay? Call it the M3, the 1988 M3. M3 stands for McDew. McDew Cinema, what did I call it? The McDew Cinema Cam or something like that. So that's from 1988. So we're just showing that you can take a lot of stuff from a lot of old things and you can kind of bring it back to life. And this is the 1988 Sony DXC M3. And I keep saying M3. This is the M7. Okay, I have an M3 too. I get them mixed up sometimes. This is the M7. I'm not going to redo this video. You guys just know that, okay, this is the M7. I made a mistake. So this is the DMC M7. I'm thinking about the M3 because I'm getting ready to work on that one next. The M3, when we pull that one out, yeah, I like that camera. That one's from 1986. Yeah, because I'm thinking about 85, 86, 84. And then when you start looking at those years, the reason I'm so excited about this, I'm going to talk about this real quick, is because in 1986, I just had a little plastic Quasar camcorder, and I was so happy with that. And that plastic Quasar camcorder that looked like my uncle's GE camera, I don't have it right now, but it's about that big, and it was just a little plastic camcorder, and that thing cost $1,500 at the time. And I was making payments on that camera, okay? I made payments on it. Yeah, I didn't make a lot of money back then. 1986, what was I doing? I think I was working at Burger King or somewhere. So I made payments on that camera. And it was a hardware store called Cook's Hardware on Del Paso Boulevard. People in Sacramento, you guys know about that store. The store was in business for a long time. My mom used to buy a lot of stuff from that store, and everybody used to pay their utility bills at that store. It's called Cook's Hardware. And that's where I bought that camera, and I made payments on it, okay? And then later on, I bought I thought at that time was a big screen TV. Wow, everybody wanted a big screen TV. So around 1986, 1987, I bought a big screen TV. It was a 40-inch. I believe it was a Quasar too. A Quasar 40-inch TV. Wow, that was big back then. I'm telling you, people was like, wow. I had it set up in my garage at my mom's house. Yep, I was still living with moms for a little while, yeah. So I had it set up in the garage at mom's house, and it was a 40-inch Quasar big screen TV. They call it was rear projection, where you had 3 electron guns in the back shooting towards the screen, and it was in a big, heavy box, and the box was made out of wood, and it had wooden doors. Okay, wooden doors opened up. You guys don't know what I'm talking about. The young people don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm taking it all the way back. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna look that TV up. But maybe we'll show some pictures and some screenshots of it. Maybe I'll put it on this video if I can find it. It was a Quasar 40-inch TV, and that TV cost me, are you ready? $3,000. $3,000, read my big lips. And I took that TV and I used it for years. I used to watch when I had that TV. I remember watching Terminator. You know what? Maybe I got that in '85. Yeah, because I remember watching Terminator on that movie. I remember watching a lot of old movies on that. No, I think it was '86. It was '86. But I just was watching old movies. But I was watching all the big movies, and everybody come over, and it was like a big Super Bowl game. You know, everybody come over and watch the movies. Terminator was one of my movies. Back to the Future, all those little sci-fi movies we would watch on that big TV. 40 inches, okay? 40 inches is nothing nowadays. My dad has a 40-inch TV over here right now. He has a 40-inch Vizio. And it's not in a big old square box. That TV was heavy. We picked it up, and I actually had it elevated in the air to make it look even bigger. And it was sitting on top of my mom's stereo system. She had those long console stereo systems. She had like a 10-foot, I don't know how the thing was long. It was 10 or 15 feet long console stereo with the velvet on the side and lights in it. It was pretty nice. I wish we still had that. That's pretty classic. But it was a console stereo system. You know, you guys know what I'm talking about. But it opened up, had your record player and your 8-track player and all that stuff in it. And it was just real long. And I think it had lights on each side of it. And it had velvet around the speakers. But I took it and I mounted it on top of that. She used to have it in the house, and it took up too much space, I guess. And I think she gave it to me, and I put it in the garage. And then I think I covered it up with some material, because really wasn't using it anymore. So I covered it up with some, now that I remember, some kind of velvet material or something. Everything was velvet back in the day, velvet, okay? You know, we talking about the 80s, 90s, whatever. So I had some velvet material, and I put the big 40-inch TV on top of that. Yeah. Anyway, just reminiscing a little bit. But the reason that I'm so excited is because we're in a time right now where a whole lot of different things is happening. We got wars, and we got all kinds of people losing their life. And I talk about this in some of my videos, and I had to like cheer myself up a little bit, because I was getting a little, you know, you get a little down. You know, you can call it depression, whatever. I don't really call it depression, but I just got a little sad, you know, by a lot of the stories, because I cover a lot of stories being an independent journalist. So I kind of wanted to reminisce. I wanted to go back in time a little bit and reminisce and look at some of the professional equipment that was in 1986. And that's why I'm telling you about this now, because I didn't really have professional equipment in 1986. You know, that's when my videos started to really, I started to do a lot of videos and go out there and do my broadcasting. That's when broadcasting really took off for me, because I was more portable, because I had that Quasar portable plastic camcorder, VHS camcorder. It wasn't super VHS, VHS plastic camcorder. So when I was doing that, we'll give you a couple camera switches right now. So when I was doing that, I like I said, I'm very happy now looking at this camera. Look how big this camera is. Looking at this camera, and you know, like I say, I can move it around. I got it on a tripod. I don't want to move it too much, lose my position. You guys get an idea of how it looks. I'm about to knock over James Brown. Sorry, got James Brown up here. Okay, try to put it back where I had it a little bit. We'll go back to camera 2. I'm in camera one. Okay, back to camera one. So when I tell you about this camera, the reason I'm excited about it is because, like I said, this is the M7, and the M3, we're going to be building that one in probably in a couple days. That was the older camera. That's actually older than this one. And these cameras are beige colored. I'll go back to the camera. You notice the camera's beige. Beige is like the color of the wall almost. Okay, it's a beige colored camera. The case is on the ground back there. You can see a little bit. And these cameras were like huge back in the day. And like I said, the reason that I'm excited about it is because we'll go back to my other camera. The reason I will keep it here for a minute. The reason I'm excited about this camera is that now we go back to my other camera. The reason I'm excited about this camera is that it is something that I didn't have in 1986. This camera was out of my reach. Man, you can see my shorts all clipping all in. Let me fix that. Okay, sorry about that. I'm keeping it real. So, yeah, this camera was out of my reach back in 1987. You know? Let me fix my shorts here. Yeah, looking all messed all up. Anyway, so that's why I'm so excited. Okay, like I said, I had a plastic Quasar camcorder. It cost me $1,500. This particular camera, if I would have had it in 1986, would have been like $10,000. Okay, just keeping it real. And you know, I was able to pick it up at the thrift store, you know, a while back, or eBay. I forgot where I got this particular one, but I got it really cheap, and I was just so happy to get it. You know, you might can find a camera like this right now for $50 to $60 or $70 or something like that nowadays on eBay, if you can get it for that price, because prices are, they're still price gouging now. But I got this a long time ago, and I was so happy when I got it. I think I maybe paid about $60 for it, and there's no way I would have paid $60 for this in 1986. So that's the excitement. That's the excitement that I have right now when I shoot with stuff like this. Okay, we'll go back to that. So when I'm shooting with this equipment, and then this computer, of course, from 2000, this was 2001, I believe, 2001 or 2000, when this particular one came out. This is the iMac. This one was a lot of money. It's like, I think it was like $1,200 to $1,500, depending on what you know, how it was built up. And I used to work at Apple back in the day. Apple on Laguna in Sacramento. Laguna, Sacramento. You guys know where that is, the Apple processing plant or whatever, or production plant. I used to work there, and we used to build these. We used to repair them. We used to actually build them. We built them from scratch. So I built these, and I also built, I didn't show you guys the G4 tower. I got the G4 tower too. I could pull that out. I'm not gonna pull it out, but I got a couple. I got the G3 tower and the G4 tower. I got a G3 tower, and I got a couple G4 towers, and then I've got G5 towers. But all these particular computers, back when I worked for Apple back in 1997 to like 2000, I couldn't afford these computers. So the excitement is still there. I'm like, wow, I wanted one of these real bad. When I was working on them on the assembly line and building them and repairing them, I was a technician. And I was like, man, I want one of these real bad, but couldn't afford it. So now, what, so many years later, I don't even know how many years that was. You guys do the math on that. But all those years now, you know, you look back and you go, wow, now I have it. And it's still functional because of the upgrades. Once again, this is a PC now. This is not a Mac anymore. It's a PC. Okay, so we'll go back to camera one. Oh, camera one. So anyway, that's enough of the technical stuff. I just wanted to kind of tell you guys about that. And I guess, well, not really. I got one more thing to tell you. The camera that I'm recording on, this, whatever this thing is, we'll go back to camera one for a minute. Camera two. Okay, this is actually the recorder. One of the recorders that would have worked back then. I know you guys can't see it very well. This is a Betacam recorder. And I believe it actually still works. And we may do a little small modification to this. How you turn it on? Here's the lights right here. Turn it on. You see it light up a little bit. Boom. Turn it off. Turn it on. And then we'll give you a closer up shot here. Go to camera one. And you can see, look at all the connections on the side of this thing. Okay? There's a lot of connections, right? Got your XLR, you got your BNC. That's the front of it right here. Okay? Just hit my microphone. Sorry about that. And if I turn it on, where's the switch at? You notice I don't do all these technical videos that much because I don't have my stuff set up really to do that. Oh, I had it turned on. Okay. It's got a handle on it. So it's made to, you know, carry. It's pretty heavy too. Sony Betacam. Okay, Sony Betacam. So this is you put some straps on it. It's got some things where you can put some straps on it, and I think this one doesn't have strap. It probably had a bag that you put it in. You put it in a bag and then you could carry it around. And this was pretty expensive for its time, to be honest with you as well. I got it upside down, don't I? Yeah, I put it upside down. Sorry about that. So this is the Sony Betacam. Dang, this thing is heavy. Betacam recorder. They call these VTR. The reason they call them VTRs is because they're videotape recorders, not VCRs. The name VCR was the consumer name that came out for everybody to buy a VCR, and you know what a VCR is. So this is called VTR, videotape recorders. They were mainly for recorders, mainly for recording. It plays too, but in the professional industry, they don't call these VCRs. They call them VTRs. Okay, once again, I got a glare there. The Betacam, okay? This is the Betacam. Very heavy unit, and I got it plugged in on the side, as you can see. This is the power that's going in. This is a 4-pin XLR cable, and it also has a battery that can go inside of it too, but I don't have the battery for it. And the reason I'm showing you this is because you guys probably never seen stuff like this before. A lot of people have never seen stuff like this. The model number is BVW35. So if you guys want to look one of these up and see what you can get it for, I think I paid probably $50 for this thing when I got it. I was so happy, but it's heavy. So that's the story behind the Betacam. And the reason I'm showing you this is because this would hook up to that camera that I have, the M7. This would normally hook up to the M7. I'm putting it down, this thing's too heavy. This would normally hook up to the M7. We'll go back to camera 2. We'll pick it up. So you can see the camera back here. Okay, this is the M7. And then this would be the recorder. You have to carry this around with the camera. Okay, that's too much. But we had to do what we had to do back in 1988. This was 1988. Well, this particular unit came out, not sure when this unit came out. It probably came out around the same time. But just give you an idea, that's what you had to do. You had to carry around this unit, and then this camera came out in 1988. So say you bought this camera in 1989, okay, and you bought this unit to go with it. You got a lot of money involved, but okay, we're gonna get out of that. Go back to me here. So that's the excitement, and the reason that I'm talking about this is because what it had to do is I had to block out a lot of things that's happening right nowadays. Just kind of block out things and kind of like, I'm gonna kick back for a minute. You guys just bear with me. Man, my shorts is looking right. Being a perfectionist, trying to, I don't like, okay. So I just wanted to block out a lot of things when I was, when I do my news stories sometimes. You know, what do they call it? WBN, okay, World Broadcast News. When we're doing the news show, a lot of times we want to just, you know, we don't want to think about all the things that's happening in the world. A lot of things that are happening in the world, but we're going to talk about that right now. I'm going to talk about the revelation. And a lot of people say, I'm going to tune out. I'm going to tune out at this point in the video. That's fine. If you want to do that, that's fine. If you just want to just know about technical things, I kind of went over some technical things, showed you guys some things. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Once again, this is Bro Life 32, I think. Bro Life 32. And I couldn't sleep this morning. Had a revelation, had dreams, had visions, whatever you want to call it, from the Holy Spirit. And I just wanted to talk about it because I might not be able to talk about it, you know, one day. I don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to happen from day to day. And the revelation that I got, because I've been really doing a lot of research about a lot of churches and pastors and things like that, and also looking at battery's low. Okay, sorry about that. Just got distracted a little bit on my microphone. I've been looking at, like I said, a lot of pastors, a lot of preachers, a lot of things that's happening in the world. You know, the war that's going on right now with Gaza and not even Gaza, but the Palestine people and the Israel people. You know, just looking at all that stuff, a lot of it is very depressing to a lot of people, and they don't want to see it. They want to block it out. A lot of people are doing different things. They go to the casino, they want to drink, they want to go party, they want to do all these things. They want to block it out. So my way of kind of blocking it out a little bit is kind of reminiscing and going back and looking at my life and looking at some of the things that I wanted back in 1980, 1986, and being able to kind of get those things and put these things together as projects, and it kind of balances out things for me, because I don't do drugs, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do a lot of things that people would do to block out tragic situations or tragic things that are happening in the world. They just don't want to hear about it, they don't want to see about it, they don't want to be around it, they don't want to be around drama, so they block it out. Maybe they might block it out by gambling or drugs or whatever. And I used to gamble, so that used to be a way of blocking it out too, I guess. I always wanted to make money, wanted to get rich, wanted to think I could change my life and change the lives of others. Yeah, and that's what that was all about. But what I do now is I pray a lot. So my prayers, I pray for wisdom. I pray for discerning spirit to look at things before things happen. I pray for mostly, like I said, mostly wisdom, to be righteous, to be holy, to be stronger when it comes to situations happening, tragic situations, whatever, being able to overcome these things. I pray for that most of the time. So I went to sleep earlier, around 7:30. Go to sleep pretty early, and you can see I get up early in the morning. It's 5:24 right now in the morning, and the first thing that hit me was I got to do a video. I got to let everybody know what's going on. You know, so I prayed. I said, I prayed. I was like, Holy Spirit, tell me what to say. And then all of a sudden, I just kept on praying about it and stuff. And then I got up and I said, you know what? I'm going to give you guys a setup. I'm going to show you guys what the setup of my equipment looks like for my YouTube videos for right now. I got different setups, but this is just one that I made the other day. And I was like, you know what? Let me show these guys, because the Bro Mac and the M7 camera from 1988. I said, this is kind of cool. Maybe somebody else needs to be a little distracted too out there. Maybe someone else needs to think about other things than the war and all the people that are getting killed and all this kind of stuff. So, it works for me. Hopefully it works for you. So that's what this video is about. But I will tell you about the dream or the revelation or the vision that I got. And I look at it more of a vision than a dream. I have dreams that I have sometimes, and you have a dream and then you just forget about it. As soon as you wake up, you forget what the dream was even all about. Isn't that kind of weird? I don't know if you ever encountered that. Yeah, you probably have. So when you have a dream, sometimes you forget about the dream, or sometimes you can remember the dream. But when you have a vision, I think it's a little bit different. So this is more of a vision, revelation vision, I believe, from the Holy Spirit. And I told you I've been monitoring a lot of churches and things like that. I watch my dad. He watches a lot of churches a lot of times, and we watch a lot of different. He watched a lot of different preachers in the morning. Old preachers that he used to watch all the time, and I can't even think of all their names. What's that guy Jensen in the morning? Franklin Jensen. He watches him, and then another young guy named Stephen something. I can't remember the names right now, but he watches all these little preachers in the morning. And it's a whole bunch of different ones. And I think what happens is I watch them, but I observe and I look at what they're saying, and I look at their spirit, and I look at everything. And when you pray for discerning spirit, you see things that sometimes don't line up. Okay, Robert Morris, that's another one. Robert Morris, you guys know who Pastor Robert Morris is? Okay, you got Robert Morris, you got Franklin Jensen, Stephen. Dang, I can't think of his name. Young guy. And these guys are basically prosperity preaching, teaching, prosperity preachers. Okay, I'm just going to say it, prosperity preachers. And they preach on a lot of things about, hey, getting blessed and being blessed and doing this and giving and receiving. And the message is the same thing every day. But sometimes I record them too. I actually record them because I want to go back and look at what they're saying or whatever. I don't know. I'm not going to really do that either. But as I watch the preachers, I think it goes into my spirit a little bit about what they're saying. And some things they're saying, some of the things they're saying is kind of correct. They go get scriptures and they try to make it line up. And some of the scriptures, some of the stuff is not correct. But the vision that I had, going back to the vision that I had, there was a church. It was a big church. And they wanted me to join the church. And I used to dance back in the day. Back in the day, I used to be a dancer. Wanted to always be like a pop locker or something, or but I really wasn't a pop locker. I just was I don't know, R&B dancer. I used to go and do all these dances and stuff at the clubs and stuff, and people know me for that. And I was kind of like in the church, and I was looking like an old man, like I'm looking right now, like an old man. And I was like kind of walking around slow. And I think I was walking around on a cane or something, and all of a sudden, they said, "Tony, show me what you can do." And I said, "Yeah, I'll show you what I can do." And I got up, and I put the cane down, and I started just kind of moving real slow. And I said, "Yeah." And I got back into my dancing mode, and I guess it was pretty good, whatever I did. The performance I did was really good. And I just really got into it, and it was a portion of me reminiscing and going back to where I used to be. But the skills were still there. I still had all these skills to dance and stuff. And everybody really loved the performance, and it was like, wow, this guy's good. And they wanted me to join, and then the pastor pulled me to the side and wanted me to join, and he was trying to entice me with money, a whole lot of money. I forgot how much it was. And he wanted me to join and become some kind of performer for their church. And I was like, I kind of accepted it. I was like, okay, yeah, I'll be back. Yeah, we'll fill out the paperwork later. This and that. I'll come back tomorrow, whatever. So when I left the church, I was visited. I was visited by, I don't know. I went into like hell. I went into hell, and the hell that I was in was showing me the future of when I joined the church, when I made that deal with the pastor. I made the deal with the devil. Okay, I made the deal with the devil at that time and didn't know it. So it showed me a future representation of what the deal was all about. And not only did it show me the deal, it was like all kind of demons and stuff attacking me and stuff. And first they were like little children, because I love children. I was like, hey, how you guys doing? I was like real famous and stuff or something, and all the children were like, hey, we like what you did, what you showed us, and we want your autograph or something like that. And all these children were around me. I was like, oh, okay, cool, thank you, no problem. And then they start turning it, and they started attacking me, and like grabbing onto me and pulling my hair and grabbing onto my skin, and then they turned into like demons. That junk was crazy. That was crazy, yeah. Okay, so when that happened, I woke up, of course, but along there was people in the church, that was part of the church staff that was welcoming me. It was welcoming me, and they was doing all kinds of stuff. They also became demons and stuff too. They became like real crazy looking demons, and they was all trying to attack me. And let's see, it was something else. It was things that I knew about them. I knew about their lifestyle too. I knew their lifestyle before they joined, and things like that. So I got to see all this. It was like I said, a serious vision of how they were before they joined, and I knew things about them that I knew little things about them. So I immediately snapped out of it. I think I woke up, but when I woke up, I was still in the vision. So when I woke up, I was like, okay, I'm out of this. Okay, cool. Thank you, Lord, for showing me this vision. And but I was still asleep. Okay, I was still asleep, but I woke up, and I was like, thank you for showing me this. I got to get back to the church and let them know I'm not joining. I'm not joining the church. I'm not going to be a part of their situation. None of that. So that's what this is all about. I went back to the church, and I told the pastor, I said, no, I'm not accepting. He was like, no, man, come on, you got to. Why? He was trying to entice me, try to give me more money and this and that. I said, no, I'm not joining. And then there was a couple of staff members. I started talking to them, and I started telling them, hey, it was a woman, I forgot her name, and I was like, hey, you can't do this. I said, what you're doing is not right. I said, she said, what are you talking about? You don't know me. I said, yeah, I do know you. I know a lot about you. And I started talking about some of the things that let her know that I knew her. And she didn't think that I knew her. And I really didn't know her. But from the vision, I knew things that she was all about. And I said, hey, you remember this happened? And you remember this? And you remember that? And you remember this? And you remember that? And she said, wow, how do you know that? I said, because I know. I said, what you're doing is not right. I'm just letting you know. And I kind of gave her a breakdown of I kind of changed her life. And that's what made me make this video, because I said, if I can help anybody out there and I can change their life, that's what this is all about. So I changed her life, and I changed several other members, and I said, I'm not joining this. This is not right. There's some things that's happening right now, and you guys are going to move into an area where everything's going to be very demonic and this and that. And I was breaking it down. It was like they didn't know what I was talking about. Some people didn't, and some people did, and they kind of backed away and they started listening to me. So I became like a teacher, like a type of a prophet teacher in this dream, I guess, or this vision. So I wanted to let you guys know about that. That's the revelation that I got this morning. And being a very analytical person that I am, observing and trying to always analyze things and take things apart and build things. And, I do the same thing with my mind all the time. I'm always checking out people and analyzing them. And I'm very quiet about doing it. I don't always, put information out there. I just kind of look at it for a while. Okay, oh, that's not right. Oh, that's right. That's not right. So I do the same thing with technology, of course. And that's why all this is, I show you the computers and the cameras and rebuilding them and all that kind of stuff. But this goes beyond that. And this is about getting right, being right with the Lord, being right with God, being right in the way of, like I said, just having that relationship, direct connection with the Lord, being born again, trusting in the Lord and not trusting in man. A lot of us are trusting in man. I used to trust in man all the time. Sometimes I do, and sometimes I don't. Most of the time I don't anymore. And I think that's what this message is about, So I just wanted to, it's not all about the technology, and that's cool. That's a distraction. That's a distraction from life. That's a distraction, a deterrent. That's something that takes away the worries, because I'm still going to post some more broadcasting news. Probably a couple people got murdered this morning, all kinds of different things happening. People got shot last night. People got shot this week. A lady killed her daughter or her son. I was like, oh man, in Modesto, I think. And then they had some shooting at the fairgrounds a couple days ago. The fairgrounds in Texas. Guys shot a couple shots out there in Texas and shot a couple people. And people just, like I said, we're in our last days. So if we're in our last days, and I'm still going to constantly give you guys reports, because this is World Broadcasting News, but to have some type of peace behind all that, and instead of the worry and the stress, because people are stressful, they don't want to do this now. It was a family that went to go look at the eclipse the other day. They had the big eclipse, and they went to go look at that, and I think they got into a car crash or something, and they all died in the car crash. So a lot of sad situations that are happening, and I'm taking in all this information because I'm a journalist. I'm an independent journalist. So as an independent journalist, I'm trying to share all this stuff with you guys. And at the same time, while I'm sharing all this stuff with you guys, I'm, it's a lot. It's a lot to take in. So anyway, that's what I wanted to say, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed this little technical setup, my little technical setup, the Bromac, and of course the Sony DXC M7. Okay, I was saying M3 earlier. This is the M7 camera that I got back here, and this camera is connected into this computer, and it's connected into the computer through this little switcher here. Okay, the switcher into the computer, and then it's going out back to the television set over there. You see the 58-inch television set? That's my conference monitor. It goes right back to that. So that's the whole setup right there. I can see, whether I'm framed up and whatever, and I can switch back to camera 1, camera 2, boom, back this camera, and I can see myself also on the 58-inch TV over there as well. But that's what I wanted to say, everybody. This is October the 17th, 2023. I got to do a lot of stuff today, a lot of cleaning up. I got to go to my storage and do some things. And we're going to be building the M3 next. I just got kind of excited about the M3. I've been thinking about the M3. I think I sent you guys some pictures about the M3 today. and I probably will send out some more. And various recorders, like I said, the Beta Max, the Beta Cam recorder. I got another recorder too. We're gonna be busting that out with the M3 camera. For the technical people out there, it's a 6800. I think it's a 6800 something. It's a Sony 6800, and it's a U-matic. Okay, you ever heard of U-matic? U-matic, and that was those tapes were professional tapes before beta and before VHS. I ain't gonna say before. They probably came out around the same time, but they were for the professionals. So I'm going to be showing that unit. I bought that unit not too long ago. Got it on eBay, and I'm very happy with it. It's the U-matic 6800. Okay, we'll be showing that, and it's in a Sony bag. It's in a Sony bag, and you put it on your shoulder. Same thing like this thing right here. I just showed you guys this big old. It's just like this, but it's U-matic. This is actually a beta tape. A beta tape goes in here. They call it Betacam. Betacam SP. This is a Betacam SP, which is a professional format. And people say Beta's old. No, Beta was professional for a long time. I think they still use it all the way up to like 2000. They were still shooting with Beta professional broadcast cameras. I actually have a Betacam camera over there. I should pull that out and show you guys that. I'm gonna pull it out. Okay, we're back. Okay, hey you guys, we're back again. How you guys doing? Once again, sorry about that. Didn't want to show them more cameras, but why not? We're talking about the Betacam. This is my Betacam SP. Betacam SP. Look at that baby. Okay. I don't have a battery on it. The battery would stick out probably about that big if I put a battery on the back of this baby. And this is my Betacam. Okay. Just keeping it real. This is the way. This thing is heavy. Tire me out just picking it up while I'm picking it up. But this is something that came out back in probably 89, Betacam SP, and it probably went to like 2000. They got different brands now. Look at this side. This side I really like. Look at the VU meters on this baby. Got these nice VU meters, and this one actually works too. I can actually plug it up. Matter of fact, we're gonna plug it up. We'll use the same power plug. If I can get it out. Come on, man. Plug up in the back. It's a 4-pin XLR cable. Okay. Power supply. Or I could put an Anton Bauer battery on here. I should put that on the back. Show you what it looked like. And you can see, did it light up? Yep, it did light up. You can't really see it a little bit. Let me dim this down a little bit. Let's see. Oops. I changed the color here. You guys just bear with me for a minute. We'll dim it down. So you can see it did light up. Okay. And I can turn it off just to show you. That's not the on and off switch, is it? I don't know. Anyway, it is lit up. And it does work. Okay. This baby's heavy. This is the Betacam. Get my lighting back here. Okay, so this is it. Okay, Beta SP, you guys. This one you wouldn't need a recorder because the recorder's already on it. That's why it's so heavy. The recorder's in the back, and that's the Beta SP recorder in the back of the camera. Okay, that's enough of that. This mic is too heavy, and we're gonna be using this too. We're gonna be using this. This is gonna be another build. We're gonna upgrade that one. Another day, another time. This one right here, I want to show you one more. This is heavy too. It don't look like it's heavy. This is the 1820 Sony color camera, and this was professional when it came out. This is 1984 version, I believe. I think it's 1984. Yes, 1984. And it's a big, heavy camera, as you can see. Okay. This is the battery pack right here in the back. Just hooks, and then you unplug the battery, and the battery comes right out. And the battery is a Sony battery too. Put this thing down for a minute. It's too heavy. Make me get tired this morning. This is a Sony battery, as you can see. Sorry about the glare there. It's a Sony BP60 Sony battery, and it's got this little wire sticking out. And that little wire is what plugs into the camera. This is old school but professional. And when you look on the other side here, you can see the connections where it plugs in. Plugs in right here. Okay. This is the 1820. The 1820 DXC. Same thing. This is a DXC version. And put the battery back in. It's in really good condition too. I got this a long time ago. I don't know what I paid for it. Probably about 40, 50 bucks for it. You can't really get these cameras for that price anymore. They went up. Probably gonna cost you might cost you a couple $100s for something like this nowadays. But I got the battery and the cable won't fit. Got to turn it around a certain way. And it was built pretty nice. But like I said, these are ENG cameras, electronic news gathering cameras, or they also call them field cameras too, electronic field cameras, EF, I think EFP or something like that, or ENG, EFG. Anyway, this was a professional camera back in the day in 1984, and there's no way I would have had this in 1984. It would have cost a lot of money, and I didn't have that kind of money. The lens cap, take it off. The lens is still in good shape. The lens is in good shape. And you had to hook this up to a recorder. There's a cable that goes with this. I'm not going to pull the cable out, but there's a big old cable that goes with this. Oh, it got air in it. That's kind of cool. The cable, it's got a Canon lens too. The cable will plug in the back here. This big old cable back here. I forgot how many pins it is. I think it's 14 pin. It's a 14 or 26 pin connector. And the cable will plug into that, and that cable will go to your recorder, that beta recorder I showed you about earlier. So that's enough of that. We are going to put this on the table. Sit on table. Go back to camera 2. And you can see the camera sitting on the table here. And you see the other camera. Now these cameras, you notice, about the same coloration. These are beige cameras. Once again, about the color of the wall. And you don't see cameras like this anymore too much. Okay. So I'm having some fun with these. And then I got another one over there. I got a Panasonic that's same thing. That way you have to plug in a recorder. I'm not going to pull the Panasonic out. That's just too much work. But you see the beta. You see how big it is when I put it on my shoulder here. See, it's so big you can't even see my face now. But this is what the big boys used to use back in the day when you had to go shoot an event. This is what they would normally use. So this is the big beta. I'm going to switch back to camera 1. And you'll see me once again with the big beta. All right. That's enough of that. Anyway, I just want to say, you guys, once again, this video was primarily about getting right with God. Once again, I have a lot of distractions, and these distractions keep me balanced out in the world of not stressing out. You know, we stress out, I pray. I'm going to pray some more after this video, of course, and I'll probably edit it and put it out. But once again, this is what I do instead of stressing out on things that I don't have, or different situations, is I play with these cameras, okay? And I enjoy that, okay? So we are going to put this to the side, and we're going to finish this video and tell you guys, once again, don't hate, don't wait, donate, $sign Tony McDew. Go to my Cash App if you want to hear more information like this before. Once again, the major reason I was making this video is because of my vision, my revelation, my whatever you want to call it, that I got this morning about getting right with God and not participating in everything that's out there, not believing in everything that's out there. That's what this video was primarily about. Not all the technical stuff, but for the people that want to know how I do some of my technical things, it's like a combination of that as well. And of course, World Broadcast News, which is telling you about some of the things that are happening in the world, the wars and the killings and the robberies. Somebody got shot at Burger King the other day, I think. It was fight in a drive-thru. I think it was Burger King or McDonald's. I think it was McDonald's. And I posted that story. You know, people are becoming more impatient about things in life. There was a sheriff. I'm going to talk about this one real quick. There was a sheriff It was a woman. Her name was Sharon, I think. Sharon. She got shot by her husband. Okay, she got shot by her husband, and she was I don't know her age. I'm thinking that she was in her 40s to 50s, and her husband was in his 40s to 50s, most likely. And I posted the story, but she got shot by her husband. I think he shot her a couple times. I forgot how many times, but he shot her a bunch of times. And then he turned the gun on himself and killed himself. And he was working for the sheriff's department too. She was working for the sheriff's department, and he was working for the sheriff's department. And they was having problems in their marriage, and he killed her. I think he killed her in their truck outside the house, something like that. So check it out. But that's part of World Broadcast News. I have to see these stories. I saw that last night before I went to bed. I told my dad about it. I tell him about a lot of things that are happening in the world because, see, a lot of times people are not, they're not able to see these things that are happening in the world. My dad's blind, so he's not able to see a lot of different things. He can hear, but he's not able to see a lot of different things that are happening. So I tell him about a lot of stories, and we always talk about being grateful and thankful because most people are not nowadays. Everybody has something they're going through. They might be stressing out on their bills, stressing out on their finances, stressing out on whatever. And then I've been there myself. So I still focus on other things. I say, I'm going to play around with this. As a matter of fact, I'll show you James Brown real quick. This is James Brown. Okay, he got a lot of light on him, huh? Probably too much light. Okay, you know those guys that be doing the ventriloquists? That short's looking crazy. You know the guys that do the ventriloquists? And then they want to, okay, I'm not a ventriloquist, but if I was a ventriloquist, this is what I probably have. This is my little James Brown. And the mouth be moving and everything. I mean, he would be talking. Maybe I might do something like that one of these days. But he's just, the only reason I use him as of a model when I'm testing out my cameras and I just zoom in and focus. Sometimes I use him, or I use some type of other little action figure or whatever. But this, I just use this for my camera when I'm testing out my camera. But I also use it to hold my headphones. These are my gaming headphones. Okay, keeping it real. Got some little cheap gaming headphones. Got them on eBay not too long ago. I don't think I can put them on right now with my cowboy hat. This is how it would look, something like that. Look kind of cool, I guess. But when I play back my videos, when I watch my videos, when I edit my videos, this is what I use. A little plastic gaming headset. I got this with the keyboard. The keyboard lights up, and I got the mouse. The mouse lights up. This is the mouse. Okay, it was a little set I got off of eBay. I think I paid about $20 or $30 for it a while back, and I love it. I got it for this system, but I had to put my headphones somewhere, so I was like, okay, James Brown, perfect. This is my mom's old James Brown. I used to have one of these too in Vegas. I used to love James Brown. I used to play basketball to James Brown in my front yard when I was a youngster. So there's James Brown, JB. Okay, enough of JB. And then a keyboard I got. I'll show you guys that. I'm showing you guys everything today. This is a technical video, like I said. I'm showing you guys, telling you about a life. I'm telling you about a lot of different things. This is the keyboard. It lights up. You can't really tell right now how good the lights up. I have to dim down these lights. Let me see, dim down lights and see what happens. I'll mess up my lighting scheme here. I'll just turn it all the way off. If I turn it all the way off, that's what it looked like, okay? So you still can't see it that good. These keys do not light up. You can change the color too. Let's see. Change it to blue. I usually have it blue. Okay, you can see it blue a little bit. So I have it blue so it matches the computer. That's the reason I got this, because I didn't really have a keyboard for this computer. So I wanted to kind of bring it back to life. We'll just show you camera 2 here. You can kind of see, can you see it blue? You barely see it. Okay. So it kind of matches that. And then the headphones light up. And the headphones light up blue too. Okay. I got a little dolphin thing back there that lights up blue too. I got to put some LEDs in it. Changes one of those Tesla coil lights. But I just like having fun, like I said, with this stuff sometimes. So that's that. Dang, no light now. Let's go back to my light. And once again, this is the Ulanzi light. Ulanzi. Okay. That's okay. So, anyway, we're going to end this video. I just want to say, you guys, don't hate, don't wait. I showed you guys a lot of technical stuff. I showed you guys the Betacam. I showed you guys the 1820. I showed you guys the M7, the DXC M7. Those were Sony cameras. They're all Sony cameras I showed you tonight, okay? All Sony cameras from the 80s. Once again, the oldest camera is 84, from 1984 to 1988. And then I don't know the beta cam. I don't know what year that one came out. That one probably was a little later. That was probably like 91 to 95 or something like that when that one came out. But enjoy what you have. That's what this video is about. Enjoy what you have. Focus on God. You know, don't focus on man and all the wars and all the things that's happening. You know, it's okay to look at that stuff, and that's what I do. I look at it, I observe it, I report on it, but I'm not going to think about it all day, because it'll make you so sad. You know, it'll make you so sad. And I have to do other things to keep my mind occupied as well. So that's why I come up with these projects. Next project will be the M3, the DXC M3, Sony DXC M3 professional broadcast camera. We're going to convert that one as well. And we'll probably have both of them up here. We'll have the DMC, and we'll have the, we'll have the M3, and we'll have the M7. That's two cameras we'll have set up. And then we'll also connect probably the 1800, this camera right here. This is the 1820. We'll probably have the 1820 set up too. So the goal is to have 3 old cameras like this. 3 old cameras for a 3-camera shoot, maybe even 4. I got to think about the next camera that I would be using. But I want to use possibly all Sony cameras. So I'll probably have 3 old Sony cameras. I'm going to have 3 Sonys and a Panasonic, because I got another Panasonic. I'm going to have beige cameras, all beige cameras. No black cameras like this one back here. No black or dark gray cameras. Okay? So, I don't know. We may use that one. But anyway, that's enough of the technical stuff. I love you guys out there. Peace and love to everybody. I love you guys. Get right with God. Get right with the Lord. Focus on the Lord. The dream I had, the revelation, the vision that I had earlier about not joining different organizations and buying into man. That's what this is really about. The demonic spirits and the demonic things that are happening in the churches and just in the world, period. You got to be very observant about that. What's the other word I was going to say? Very aware of what's going on in the world. So I'm trying to pray to be aware, to have that discerning spirit, to know what's going on, rather than look at the media all the time, look at the news. Oh man, that happened. No, that didn't really happen. You don't know what really happened. You don't know what's happening behind closed doors. A lot of speculation, Keefe D stuff happening. You don't know. We can only assume. And then the laws that they're having, the laws that they come out with nowadays, I don't know what's going on with the laws. I think I watched something yesterday where guy, he stabbed his girlfriend 22 times, or he shot her. I think he shot her 22 times. And he was supposed to go to court yesterday, and he didn't go to court. And he told me they said he got into a car accident. I don't know if that's true or not, but you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. People are doing all kinds of stuff. And then I think with some other guy, he did something, he murdered somebody, and they let him out of jail. They just let people out of jail. And then they had four inmates yesterday. 4 inmates the other day broke out of jail. These inmates keep breaking out of hospitals and out of jails, and they're doing a lot of crazy things, a lot of bad things and tragic things, killing people, and they get out of jail. And the law is letting them get out of jail because, in America, you're innocent till you're proven guilty or whatever. And it's like, other places it's not like that. The old days, if you stole a candy bar, you steal anything, they cut your hand off. Remember those days? Y'all don't know about them days. Yeah. Go read the Bible. They cut your hand off. You want to steal, they cut your hand off. You want to do this, it was always some kind of, it was pretty bad. And some countries is like that. I don't know if they still like that, but that's pretty bad. So maybe we need to go back to that. I don't know. But looking at all that stuff, looking at all the different news and all the things that are happening, like I said, it's confusing. A lot of confusion out there, and people are getting really, really confused. And including myself, I've got confused a bunch of times. I'm like, man, what the heck? They gonna let the guy out of jail? He did that. He did all these murders, and they got all this stuff on him. What? So anyway, only thing I can say is that don't trust in man, don't trust in the government, don't trust in the churches, don't trust in a lot of things. Trust in God. I'm trusting in the Lord. I trust in the Lord for everything. I don't care if I go buy a peanut tomorrow. I trust in the Lord. Pray about that peanut, because they're talking about now the food is bad and the food was being sprayed. I was watching what they call him, Mark the Messenger. He had a little clip talking about Don't watch your food because they're spraying all the food with different chemicals and all that kind of stuff. Pray about everything. I pray about everything. Okay? Wake up praying, go to sleep praying, in the middle of the day praying, you go get some Kentucky Fried Chicken, pray about that. Whatever you do, pray about it. I got to go do some things today, make some runs, pray before I go. Pray while I'm driving. Pray while I'm parking. Pray. So that's where I'm at. I just want to tell you guys, keep yourself in prayer and stay right with God. That's the main thing. It's good to have hobbies. Like I showed you some of my hobbies and the cameras and all the stuff I do. That's great. But don't put that before the Lord. I don't put that before God. Even though I'm having fun with the stuff, hey, it's time to like shut it all down. I'll shut it all down and go right back to the Lord. Okay? So it's a distraction. These things are distractions. You might be a hobbyist. You like to work on your car, or you want to shine your car and wax your car and do all these different things, or you're into cars. You may got a bunch of cars. That's your hobby. That's fine. But, put the Lord there. Put the Lord first. Put the Lord before your kids. Most people not putting the Lord before the kids. And then you got people out there killing their kids. And then you got the kids killing their parents. I think it was the guy the other day. He killed his mom. Yeah, I saw that yesterday too. He killed his mom. And he was, I think he was 17 years old, 14 or 17 years old, killed his mom. I posted it. You guys check it out. He killed his mom. Couldn't believe it. I think he was, no, he was 12. He was 12 years old. And he killed his mom. I posted that yesterday. Check it out. I'll see if I can find it again. I'll probably repost it. 12 years old, he killed his mom. I think he stabbed her to death or something. And she was pregnant, but she already had the baby already. But he had killed her after she had the baby. But he stabbed her a bunch of times. 12 years old. 12-year-old kid killing his mom. Okay, what kind of world are we living in? If that's not the last days, I don't know what to say. And on that, I'm going to end it. Pray for their families out there. Condolences to the families out there, for all the people that's going through all the murders and all this stuff. I pray for everybody, and I pray for the war that's going on right now with Israel and Gaza, and the innocent people that are being killed over there in Gaza, because everybody's not terrorists over there. The Hamas, or whatever it is, the Hamas group, I pray for them too. Even though they did some bad stuff, I had to pray for them, And you got to be able to forgive too. And most people don't want to forgive, especially if somebody murdered somebody in your family. Nobody want to give. So I pray for all that as well. Pray for all that in the mighty name of Jesus Christ. Amen. And I just want to say, you guys, once again, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't hate, don't wait, donate. Okay, that's my slogan. Don't hate, don't wait, donate. I haven't had no donations in a while. No one's donated, and there's no big deal on that, but it is a big deal. If you like what I'm saying, if I'm helping anybody out there, if you like the content, or you even want to subscribe to my page, you can subscribe as well. But the donations do help. Okay, it helps me take care of my situation, and I try to help my dad, and I try to do things. And we go get food sometimes. We go down to Jim Boy's Tacos, and we go to Subway. So we enjoy eating, believe us. We enjoy eating. So whatever donation you would like to donate, please donate. We go down to I usually buy those tuna sandwiches. You like the tuna sandwiches? Those are like $10. You want to donate $10? Great. Sometimes we go get tacos. We went and got Jim Boy tacos the other day. Got 12 tacos, and that was like 26 something, 26.50. It's $27. So if you want to donate $20, $25, $27, that's fine. And we will enjoy it. Just say, hey, I'm donating this for some food, so you guys can go out there and get you something to eat. My dad want to go to Little Joe's or whatever. I'm going to get some pork chops or some steaks or something sometime, and that might be about $20. So if you want to donate $20 or $10 or something to help us out, thank you. Helps me on my gas. I have to put gas in my car, things like that. And yes, I am working. A lot of people say, Tony, are you working anymore? Yeah, I'm working. I work for my dad. I work for what do they call it? IHSS, in-home support services, and I'm able to take care of him. I provide his meals, do cleaning, the cooking, all that kind of stuff. So, yes, that's my little job. It's kind of part-time. It's not full-time. That's what I say. If you guys want to donate, it'll really help. It's only part-time. I get about 28 hours a week, keeping it real. About 28 hours a week, not 40 hours a week. And that's what they give me. So that's what I settle for. And I live off of that. and help my dad out, and we help each other. So if you want to donate, don't hate, don't wait, donate. Okay? $, go to my Cash App, $, Tony McDew, because I love you. And we out.